Hello guys. So I found this channel on YouTube. Hold on, chat. Why did I say chat, bro? But I found this YouTube channel called Renna. But I like these videos. I like these videos she makes. She's got only 20 of them. But we're gonna check them all out. Let's go.
If Forsaken Killers had to babysit you for a night, who would you choose? First up, Cool Kid. He thinks babysitting is basically a game of tag, except his version involves a giant sword and zero understanding of danger. He's very playful and full of innocent curiosity. However, he's also monstrously strong and completely clueless. He doesn't realize he's hurting anyone, which makes everything worse. He wants to keep you safe. He just doesn't understand the damage he's causing. Next, 1x1. Probably the most unsettling babysitter. He's intelligent, mysterious, and treats reality like something he can bend and break for fun. He's not babysitting you. He's testing how much he can mess with your head. The lights glitch, rules stop making sense, and you slowly realize you're just his personal entertainment. You might survive the night, but mentally, probably not. Then there's guest 666. At first, he's shy and just wants to do a good job. He'll check on you, try to keep things calm, and genuinely wants to be accepted. But the pressure gets to him fast. His obsession with winning takes over. His body starts glitching, and his emotions spiral out of control. You're protected, but watching him fall apart is disturbing. And finally, Slasher. He doesn't babysit. He lurks. He's always just behind you and follows you silently through the house. The entire night, you feel hunted rather than protected. He's patient, calculated, and makes every little thing feel threatening. This night is pure terror. If Forsaken Killers had to babysit you for a night, if FNAF animatronics were your roommates, who would you choose? First up, Foxy. He talks in pirate slang 24/7 and treats the apartment like his personal ship. He runs through the halls at full speed, blasting loud music, and doesn't know how to be quiet. He's got your back if something goes wrong, but he's likely the reason why something went wrong in the first place. Living with him is exhausting, but at least it's never boring. Next, the Mimic. Probably the most unsettling choice. It watches everything you do, copies your behavior, and starts repeating it all back to you a little too accurately. At first, it seems helpful, like it's just trying to fit in. Then you realize it's mimicking your tone, your habits, and even the way you move. It's not hostile at all, but you'll never feel comfortable in your own apartment. Then there's Mangle. Mangle doesn't use furniture correctly and has no idea what personal space is. One day, they're hanging from the ceiling, the next, they're sleeping in the hallway. You never know where they'll be or what they'll be doing. Nothing about living with them makes sense, and you're losing your mind trying to keep up. And finally, Toy Freddy, the most annoying option. He's loud and competitive while constantly raging over video games. He hogs the TV, blames lag for everything, and refuses to admit when he's losing. The apartment is filled with snack wrappers and angry commentary at all hours of the night. You're physically safe, but mentally, you're listening to non-stop gamer rage until you move out. If FNAF animatronics were your roommates, if Silksong characters had to protect you, who would you choose? First up, Lace, the complicated one. She's skilled and powerful at what she does, but emotionally, she's a complete mess. She's desperate for approval and terrified of being replaced, meaning if she thinks you like someone else more than her, she's going into full panic mode. She'll protect you to prove she's useful, but her jealousy makes her risky. You'll end up safe, but dealing with her emotional breakdowns can be exhausting. Next, Hornet, the most reliable option by far. She's confident, skilled, and very empathetic. She'll protect you with professionalism and actually cares about your safety. She's got that dry sense of humor and treats you with respect. She's protective without being too clingy and has the strength to finish the job. If you want someone competent who won't make things worse, this is your pick. Then there's Sherma. He's optimistic, cheerful, and believes kindness solves everything. He'll try to protect you by singing at danger and hoping it works. The issue? He's relying on miracles instead of actual combat. He's sweet and means well, but when things get serious, he's questioning everything and realizing singing doesn't stop actual threats. You're protected by good intentions, which unfortunately isn't always enough. And finally, the Belle Beast. She's loyal, affectionate, and absolutely massive. She'll protect you like your family and won't hesitate to charge at anything threatening you. However, she's easily distracted, gets impatient if you take too long, and might accidentally crush you while trying to be affectionate. If Silksong characters had to protect you, who would you choose? If Dandy's World characters had to protect you, which one are you picking? First up, Bassie. She's already nervous before anything even happens. She wants to protect you and will try her best, but the entire time she's comparing herself to everyone else, wondering if she's even doing it right. If things go wrong, she starts laughing nervously and spiraling. If Dandy's World characters had to protect, if Friday Night Funkin' characters had to babysit you, if Dandy's World characters had to protect you, who would you pick? First up, Sylvester. He takes this more seriously than anyone else would. The second danger shows up, he goes into full night mode as if this is the most important mission of his life. He won't accept help and definitely won't let anything touch you. You're surviving because he refuses to let his guard down for even a second. Just don't call him dorky. He'll get defensive real quick. Next, Connie. This is a gamble. She can protect you, but whether she actually does depends entirely on her mood. She'll turn invisible and wander off to eavesdrop on someone. Sometimes she shows up at the perfect moment with a sarcastic comment and saves saves you. Other times, she's just gone. You might make it out alive, but you're never sure if she's even still there. Then there's Dial, the most professional option. He treats protecting you like an actual job. No jokes, no distractions, and no nonsense. Nothing catches him off guard because he's always watching. The only problem is that he's so isolated and lonely, he might get distracted trying to talk to you. In the end, you survive because he's that good at what he does, even if he's using this as an excuse to chat. And finally, Gordy. He's trying his best, and that's all he's got. He's a kid who misses his parents and looks up to everyone. He'll stick close and do whatever he can, but you're probably protecting him more than he's protecting you. If Dandy's World characters had to protect you, who would you choose? First up, Louie. He might not be the strongest or the scariest, but he genuinely wants to keep you safe. He stays close by, watches your surroundings, and jumps in whenever something feels off. Even if he messes up, you can tell he's giving it everything he's got. You're surviving here because he refuses to give up on you. Next, Goob. This one is unpredictable. He treats danger like it's not even a problem, which somehow ends up working. He wanders into threats without hesitation. He messes things up by accident and causes so much confusion that nothing goes according to plan. You'll be safe with him, mostly because no one can figure out what he's about to do next. Next up, we got Shelly. She's calm, observant, and if Dandy's World characters had to protect you, if you got locked in a room with a Poppy Playtime character, who would you pick? First up, Huggy Wuggy. At first, he just stands there smiling, towering over you without a sound. He doesn't move at all, and that stillness makes every second feel tense. You already know the moment the lights flicker, he's crawling through the vents like a blue nightmare. You're not surviving this one, you're just... If FNAF animatronics were your roommates, who are you picking? First up, Springtrap, the roommate you absolutely did not agree to. He doesn't clean, doesn't sleep, and just kind of like a bad memory that won't leave. He makes random noises at night, stares at walls for hours, and somehow always knows when you're uncomfortable. Rent is cheap because no one else would ever live here, but every day feels like a psychological endurance test. Next, Glamrock Freddy, easily one of the best roommates you could ask for. He's supportive, respectful, and actually checks in on you. He reminds you to eat, helps you stay on schedule, and somehow makes What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit you for a night? Part 5. First up, Sun and Moon, the daycare attendant duo. During the day, Sun is an absolute menace in a good way. Games, crafts, non-stop energy, and way too much enthusiasm for babysitting. You aren't bored for even a second. But the moment the lights dim, Moon takes over. Suddenly it's quiet. A little too quiet. He insists it's bedtime, watches from the corner of the room, and gently reminds you that staying awake is a bad idea. Next, Balloon Boy. The babysitter nobody wanted, but somehow still showed up. He doesn't hurt you, doesn't help you, and doesn't stop talking. Ever. He follows you around asking questions, laughing at his own jokes, and somehow stealing your batteries even though you don't know how. You'll survive the night, but mentally, probably not. Next up, Eclipse, the rare babysitter who's somehow both calm and terrifying. He switches between friendly guidance and unsettling silence without warning. 1 minute he's helping you clean up, the next he's standing perfectly still like he's running calculations on your behavior. You feel safe, but also like you're being silently judged. And finally, Nightmare Balloon Boy. Same annoying energy, but now it's 3 a.m., the lights are off, and you can hear laughter echoing from places he absolutely should not be. He's not attacking you. He's not moving. He's just there, giggling and hiding, making sure you never feel alone for even a second, which is somehow even worse. Comment down who you would choose. What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit you for a night? Part 4. First up, Lefty, the most unsettling babysitter of them all, mostly because you're never sure if he's watching you or just... If SCPs were your teachers, which one are you choosing? Part 2. First up, SCP-076, Abel, as your gym teacher. Class starts, and he's already yelling at you to train harder while demonstrating sword techniques absolutely no one asked for. Every warm-up becomes a combat drill. Every water break turns into a rant about discipline. And if you complain, he'll challenge you to a sparring match that you will definitely lose. You'll get stronger, sure, but you might not make it to finals week. Next, SCP-131, the iPods, as your hall monitors. They don't talk, don't write anyone up, and honestly don't care about rules. They just follow you everywhere like adorable little hazard cones. Try skipping class and they tilt sadly at you until guilt drags you right back inside. Next up, SCP-105, Iris, as your photography teacher. Super patient, super supportive, and genuinely wants you to improve. But she also grades instantly because she can literally enter any picture you take. Try cheating or using AI filters. She'll catch you before you even hit submit. And finally, SCP-1048, as your art teacher. He seems cute at first, until he starts gathering materials to build more versions of himself. He'll help you with your projects, sure, but if scissors go missing, or he starts collecting anything that looks like a body part, it's time to evacuate the classroom immediately. Comment down who you would choose. What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit you for a night? Part 3. First up, Marionette, the quiet guardian. The second your parents leave, the lights dim, and he just appears. No talking, barely any sound, just that slow, careful float like he's judging your every decision. He tucks you in gently, but if you try to sneak out of bed, he's already behind you, staring like a disappointed ghost parent. Next is Toy Bonnie, the babysitter who thinks he's your hype man and band manager. He kicks the door open wearing sunglasses indoors, calls you rock star, and refuses to accept that bedtime exists. He takes 200 selfies, teaches you fake guitar guitar solos, and turns snack time into a concert. Best night ever, until your parents find out nothing got done. Next up, Funtime Foxy. Pure chaos with stage show energy. They try reading a bedtime story, but somehow end up doing a full theatrical performance with voices, sound effects, and dramatic lighting that definitely wasn't there before. Fun, loud, unpredictable, and if they decide you're part of the act, good luck. And finally, Ballora, the strict, graceful babysitter obsessed with perfect routine. She glides around humming lullabies that make you sleepy whether you're ready or not. Everything must be done on schedule, and if you make noise after— What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit you for a night? Part 2. First up, Montgomery Gator, the jock babysitter with way too much confidence. The second your parents leave, he's already trash-talking you like it's a competition. He'll challenge you to arm wrestling, racing, loud music contests, anything he thinks he can win. Sure, it's fun, but is it safe? Absolutely not. There's a 50-50 chance the living room gets destroyed before bedtime. Next up, Mangle. This is babysitting on hard mode. She'll climb the walls, the ceiling, the furniture, you, and somehow still ask if you want to play. Every sound she makes is a mix of radio static and something breaking. She's fun, but you'll need ear protection, a helmet, and maybe a prayer. Next, Springtrap, the babysitter your parents absolutely did not hire on purpose. He shows up with a raspy hello, and immediately starts telling you stories that sound way too real to be bedtime friendly. He means well, but every time he moves, something creaks, pops, or straight up falls off. You're not sure if he's protecting you or haunting you. Either way, you're not sleeping tonight. And finally, Circus Baby, the most professional babysitter of the group. She talks to you like a customer service rep and offers snacks, games, and bedtime stories. Sounds perfect, until she starts getting too curious, asking weird questions, staring for a little too long. Suddenly, you're not sure if she's babysitting you or studying you. Comment down who you would choose. What if the FNAF If SCPs were your teachers, which one are you choosing? First up, SCP-049, the plague doctor himself teaching health class. He's very smart, but if you sneeze once, he's already diagnosing you with the plague and reaching for his tools. Good luck surviving the first period. Next, SCP-999, the literal orange slime of happiness. He's your PE teacher, but instead of workouts, he just hugs everyone until they pass out laughing. Easiest A+ of your life. Only downside, you'll be sticky for the rest of the day. Then we got SCP-173, your art teacher. Don't blink for half a second or class is over for you. He moves faster than your GPA dropping, and every time you turn the page in your notebook, you lose sight of him just long enough to start hearing net cracking noises. Good luck focusing on drawing. Next up, SCP-096, your photography teacher. Just don't look at his face, ever. He'll be in the corner crying the whole class, and if someone accidentally snaps a picture of him, well, that's the last field trip you're ever going on. And finally, SCP-079, the old AI computer teaching technology. He knows everything. He also hates you. He'll hack your grades, lock you in the classroom, and insult your typing speed all at the same time. And no, turning it off will not help. He will remember that. Comment down which one you choose. If SCPs were your teachers, which one are you choosing? First up, SCP-049, the plague doctor himself teaching health class. He's very smart, but if you sneeze once, he's already diagnosed. What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit you for a night? First up, Freddy, the responsible one, the dad friend. He'd tuck you in, read you a bedtime story, and then absolutely panic when you ask for water because he can't fit in the kitchen without breaking something. He means well, but he will trip over his own feet and wake the whole house. Next, Bonnie. Chill, calm, probably scrolling on your phone while pretending to watch you. He'd wander out of your room at 3 a.m. and he'd be like, bro, go back to sleep. Zero supervision, zero effort. But hey, at least he's not trying to kill you tonight. Then we got Chica. She's the snack mom. She's gonna feed you everything in the fridge, the freezer, and possibly a pizza she just materialized out of thin air. Downside, she leaves crumbs everywhere, and you're definitely getting blamed for it. Next up, Foxy, the worst babysitter. The second your parents leave, he's already sprinting around the house like it's Pirate's Cove. He tells you a bedtime story, but it turns into a 2-hour adventure rant with sound effects. You're not sleeping tonight. And finally, Roxanne Wolf. She shows up like your chaotic big sister and personal hype squad. She's boosting your confidence in the mirror like, say it, you're awesome, while simultaneously judging your room decor and knocking over half your furniture pretending she's racing on Roxy Raceway. She'll tuck you in, then wake you up 5 minutes later just to show you her hair again. So which babysitter are you picking? What if the FNAF animatronics had to babysit? Which K-pop demon hunter? No. What if you were locked in a room with a slasher film character? Part 1. First up, Michael Myers, the shape himself. He's just standing there, breathing at you like you owe him money. He doesn't talk, he doesn't blink, he just stares. You try the door, it's locked. You look back, and somehow he's closer, even though you swear you didn't hear footsteps. Congrats, you're now the main character in a 1978 remake of Bad Decisions. Next, Ghostface. Not the rapper, the phone call psycho. This one's dangerous because he's gonna try to talk to you first. He'll ask your favorite scary movie while pacing around like he's waiting for DoorDash. Just keep him talking, stall him, ask him deep questions like, what's your 5-year plan? He'll get confused, maybe even emotional, and boom, you just bought yourself an extra 30 seconds of life. Then we got Leatherface. This one's rough because you're not dealing with a mastermind, just a dude with power tools and the anxiety level of a chihuahua. You sneeze too loud, he's revving that chainsaw. The good news? He's scared of confident people, so if you stand up straight, hands on hips, and yell no, like a strict parent, he might actually back off. Maybe, possibly, unclear. Next up, Chucky, a killer doll. Sounds easy until you realize he's got the energy of a toddler on 4 Red Bulls. He'll insult you, jump on your back, and absolutely ruin your your spinal health. Your best chance? Soccer punt him across the room like you're competing for the World Cup. Listen, you can't fight a 6'8" murderer, but you can fight a doll. And finally, Jason Voorhees, Crystal Lake's angriest employee. He doesn't run, but he never stops. He'll walk through walls like the Kool-Aid Man, but with less enthusiasm. The room would be silent, except for you trying not to cry, and him breathing like he's judging your life choices. Your only defense is pretending to be dead, but knowing him, he'd still double check. Comment down below who you're picking. What if you were locked in a room?
That's all her videos. Go ahead and subscribe to her. She is goated. Anyways, see you later. Bye!